statement. Okay, so this is called rating of the transformer 15 kVA 2400 by 240 volts. This is called primary side voltage 2400. Okay, 2400 by 240 volts. This is primary side voltage and this is called secondary side voltage. And the 60 Hz transformer has the following circuit parameters. This is called R1 primary side winding resistance of the transformer. Okay, that is called 2.5 ohms. R2 is called secondary side of the transformer. Winding resistance of the secondary side of the transformer 0.025 ohms. X1 primary side leakage reactance. So this is 7 ohms or like X2 RC XM. This is called no load branch parameters. RC and XM are no load branch parameters are connected in primary side. So RC and XM. You know, well, this is the circuit diagram refer to the primary side. Okay, primary side refer to primary side. If the transformer is applying 10 kilowatts load, this is called load. Rating of the load is called 10 kilowatts and 0.8 power factor lagging. Okay, rated voltage, assuming output voltage is the reference. Okay, assuming the output voltage is the reference, draw the transformer exactly equivalent circuit refer to the primary side. This is the exactly equivalent circuit of the transformer refer to the primary side. So how to convert this secondary side parameters to primary side? Dividing by k square, R2 by k square. This R2 dash is nothing but R2 by k square. Remember, X2 dash is called, this called X2 dash is called X2 by k square. K is nothing but here N2 by N1. Otherwise V2 by V1. Okay. So here given, so voltage ratio. If the transfer ratio is given, find transformation ratio, that is K N2 by N1. Otherwise, by V2 by V1 is also will get the transformation ratio. That is called K. K is equal to N2 by N1. 240 divided by 2400. Otherwise, another constant, turns ratio. Transformation ratio is different. Turns ratio is different. Turns ratio is called A, small a. Okay. A is called turns ratio. That is called N1 by N2. So 2400 by 240. So what is the turns ratio here? 10. 2400 by 240. A is equal to 2400 by 240. That is called 10. By using this, so we have to convert. Okay, in this problem, converted by using turns ratio. Okay, if you want to use transformation ratio, you will get the same result. Okay, so for turns ratio, R2 into K square. R2 dash is nothing but R2 into K square, A square, A, small a square. Okay, for transformation ratio, R2 dash is nothing but R2 by K square, like this. So this parameters converting into primary side. Here R2 dash, R2 dash and J into X2 dash. Here A square into R2. That means A square, that is called A is nothing but 2400 by 240. That is called 10. Okay. If you are using turns ratio, that is called N1 by N2. So multiply that's turns ratio into A resistance. R2 dash is equal to A into R2 dash is equal to A into R2. A square into R2. But transformation ratio, R2 dash is equal to R2 by K square. K is nothing but 1 by 10. So you will get the same answer. Okay. So here 0.025 divided by 1 by 10 square. Same. So we'll get 10 multiplication, 10 square into 0.025. Okay. That by using transformation turns ratio in this problem, this solutions, we are getting solutions by using turns ratio. Okay. So if you want to transformation ratio, you can. Okay. So here, you know, well, this input current, this input current is called I1. This current is equal to, in series current is same. So that's why this input current is equal to the leaving current. Entering current is equal to leaving current. This is called I0, no load current. There is I0 and I2. It's called current flowing to the load. So it is called phasor sum, AC. That's why phasor sum or vector sum. I1 dash is equal to I0 I0 phase plus I2 phase. Otherwise, I1 bar is equal to I0 bar plus I2 phase. I1 vector is equal to I0 vector plus I2 dash vector. So like this. Okay. So how to find the input current? Here I0 is nothing but E1 divided by this current is nothing but here voltage divided by resistance. Okay, these two are in a parallel, na? RC and J into Xm, this parallel. So if you know voltage in this here, in this branch here, okay, by E1 divided by RC parallel with J into Xm, you will get I0. And then how to find I2, this current flowing into the load. You know the rating of the transformer load. So that's called 10 kilowatts, 0.8 power factor. Then rating of the load is nothing but power is equal to VI cos pi, active power. This is called 10 kilowatts is called active power. No? Power is equal to VI cos pi. 10 kilowatts is equal to V into, okay, this second, this is referred to the primary side. So that's why what is the primary side voltage? This is all parameters are referred to the primary side. That's why primary side voltage is called 2400. Okay. So 2400. So that's you will get voltage is called 2400. These all circuit parameters are referred to the primary side. That is called high voltage side. Primary high voltage side. That's why the primary side voltage is almost 2400. That's why this voltage we have to take 2400. These all the parameters are converting to primary side and we are calculating the current flowing to the load. Understood? So then power is equal to V into dash into I2 dash into cos pi. Then I2 dash is equal to, so power, so 10 kilowatts, 10 kilowatts, 10 into 10 cube divided by, so V2 dash is called primary side voltage, primary side, that is called high voltage side voltage, 2400 into cos pi is nothing but 0.8. Okay. So then substitute here, you will get the I2 dash is equal to 5.2. So I2 dash, this is the known. And how to find this I0? I0 is equal to, so E1 divided by RC parallel with J into Xm. I0 is equal to the current flowing here. This no load current. This is called E1 divided by RC parallel with J into Xm. Understand? RC parallel with J into Xm. So like this. How to find here E1? So here unknown thing is E1. RC is known and Xm is known. In this problem is given, RC is given and Xm is given. But we don't know EMF induced in this. So how to find the EMF induced here in this primary winding of the transformer? So how to find this? By using this relation here, by using applying so minus V1, okay, minus V1 here. So I1 into R1 plus J into X1. Here what is the voltage? E1. Okay, apply KVL in this equation. Okay, KCL, Kirchhoff current law. So what is the here? V1. What is the voltage here? V1. And I into R1 plus J into X1 plus E1 is equal to 0. No? So then V1 is E1 is equal to V2 dash. Okay. So I2 dash plus R2 into J into X2 dash. Here E1 is equal to, otherwise E1 is equal to, so what is the voltage here? V2. Okay. And what is the voltage drop here? I2 dash into R2 plus J into X2. No? So from this secondary side parameters, we are finding E1. So if you want a primary side, also it is possible. Okay. The R1 is known, X1 is known, and also you know I1 also. So in this way, you will get the same result. Otherwise, from this side also, you will get the same result. Okay. So what is the voltage here? E1. Okay. So E1 is equal to, so like this, you will get E1 is equal to V2 dash plus I2 into R2 dash plus J into X2 dash. Okay. E1 is equal to this voltage here is equal to I2 dash into R2 plus J into X2 plus V2 dash. So V2 dash is called, so refer to the primary side. Okay. That's voltage is nothing but 2400. Okay. V2 dash refer to the high voltage side. That's why V2 dash is become 2400. Otherwise, A into V2, that's called 10 into 240. So if how to transfer the secondary side voltage to primary, so what is the relation between secondary to primary? V1 by V2 is equal to A. Na? So here turns ratio V1 by VT is equal to N1 by N2 is equal to A. K is called N1 by N2 by N1. Okay, V2 by V1 is called transformation ratio K. Here A is taken, that's why. So V2 dash is equal to A into V2. So A is, V2 is called here 240, A is called 10. 240 into 10, so 2400. Otherwise, so primary side reference voltage is called directly 240 volts. You want to take, okay, 240 volts directly. So V2 dash is called 240 volts. So that is called primary side voltage. The all parameters are referred to primary. Na? That's why V2 dash is equal to 2400. Then I2 dash. So you know well from this relation. Okay. So I2 dash is, this is called magnitude of this current. Now to find the current, cos inverse of angle, power factor angle is called cos inverse of power factor angle is called current angle. So 5.2 into minus cos inverse of 0.8. So here 5.2 into minus 36.8. So we'll get like this. I2 dash is equal. Understood? So here, see here cos pi is under denominator. Understood? That's why you will get negative. So cos pi na I2 dash is inversely proportional to power factor. That's why this I2 dash is equal to I2 double dash into at an angle of minus cos inverse of power factor angle. That is called 0.8. Okay. So then I0 is equal to E1 divided by RC parallel with J into XM. This current, no load current is equal to, okay. So I0 is equal to E1, this voltage divided by RC plus J into XM. So substitute here, so then we will get RC parallel with XM, J into XM here, imaginary part. So RC into J into XM divided by RC plus J into XM. Substitute here, okay. RC is equal to 32 into 10 cube. RC 32 kilo ohms. So that's why substitute here and we'll get like this, the resultant RC parallel with X. And then find substitute this RC parallel XM result in this equation. I0 is equal E1 divided by RC parallel with XM. And we will get this formula 0.2247 at an angle of minus 69.7. This is the called no load power factor angle of the transformer. And then this is called no load current of the transformer. No load current is very, very less. Okay. Then how to find I1 here? Addition of these two, no? Phasor addition of these two. I2 dash plus I0. I1 is equal to I2 dash plus I0. No? So substitute here and you will get I1. In this way you will get I1. Okay. That's called input current. And then how to get input voltage? So from this relation, V1 is equal to I1 into R1 plus J into X1 plus E1. That is called input voltage. V1 is equal to E1 plus I1 into R1 plus J into X1. You know well E1. Okay. This EMF induced is E1. So from this relation, here E1 is equal to E2 dash plus I2 into R2 plus. From this you will get IV1. Substitute E1 in this equation. Okay, I1 you know well. So from this here, R1 plus J into X1, this called primary side parameters R1 plus J into X1. Okay, substitute and then you will get this type of result. By using calculator, solve this result. You know well how to convert the polar to rectangular, rectangular to polar by using calculator. Okay, then input power factor is called input power factor is nothing but cosine of angle between voltage and current. Cosine of angle between voltage and current is called power factor. That is called power factor is equal to cos of V1 minus at an angle of I1. Okay, so V1 here how much angle? 0.99. So here I1 minus 38.16. Substitute here, you will get results. Difference between so V1 and I1 is called power factor. Cosine of angle between voltage and current. Clear? So it's called input power factor. Okay, this is the one first problem. So this is also same similar problem. So the parameters of 2300 by 230 volts 50 Hz transformer. So the parameters are given like this. R1 is called primary winding resistance. R2 is dash is called secondary side parameters are converted to primary side. That is called secondary side bands parameters converted into primary. That is called R2 dash is equal to R2 by K square. Na? Or otherwise R2 dash is equal to R2 into K square. This is called R2 dash. And X1 is already converted parameters. Okay, this is called X1 primary side leakage reactance and X2 does. Okay. And this is called RC core loss component and X1 magnesium components. These are the equivalent parameters R1 into X1 I2. So you know well this is the equivalent circuit diagram of the transformer. Am I right? So here this is called R1 plus J into X1. Yeah, already is given R1 is given 0.0286 0.286. This is called R1 plus J into X1. Okay, so X1 0.73 na? So that's why 0.73 into I. This is called R1 plus J into X1. And then so what is the I0 current? RC XM. These two are parallel. That's why RC into J into XM divided by RC plus J into XM. Understand? And here R2 plus J into X2 and the load impedance is called ZL. The source voltage is called V1. And then, so first question, secondary voltage. How to find the secondary voltage? To find the secondary voltage, input power factor, power input, power output, primary copper loss, secondary copper loss, core loss. These are the different type of questions regarding to this problem. So here secondary load impedance is ZL is equal to 0.387 plus 0.29. Draw exact equivalent circuit with the normal voltage across the primary high voltage side. So primary side, refer to high voltage side means 2300 volts. Okay. And then, so the equivalent circuit, from the equivalent circuit, so we'll get the circuit like this. Okay. And then, so here ZL is equal to 0.387 plus J 0.29. So here given is a given data, ZL is equal to 0. This is called load impedance, 0.387 plus J 0.29. So this given data. And then A is equal to turns ratio, N1 by N2 or V1 by V2. Okay, 2300 by 230. So how much here? So 10, A is equal to 2300 by 230, that is equal to 10. Okay, since V1 is rated value and this is assumed to be the reference, that is called, so by taking the V1 as the reference, okay, that is called primary side voltage, 2300 is the reference voltage. Okay, V1 is equal to 2300 voltage at an angle of 0. Okay, and then, so this is called load impedance on secondary side. Now, how to convert the load impedance on primary side? If you want to use transformation ratio, that is called K. So ZL dash is equal to ZL by K square actually. ZL dash is equal to ZL by K square. Otherwise, if you want to use turns ratio, ZL dash is equal to ZL into A square. A is nothing but N1 by N2 whole square here. Otherwise, V1 by V2 whole square. Understood? V1 by V2 whole square. Okay, V1 by V2 is nothing but 10 square into ZL. Otherwise, ZL by K square. K is equal to N2 by N1. That's why K is equal to 1 by 10. Same way, you will get the same result if you want to use transformation ratio, that is called K. If you want to use turns ratio, so we will get into A square. ZL dash is equal to A square times of ZL. Okay. So 10, A is nothing but 10. So multiply 10 and you will get A square. Na? A square means 100. 100 into this equation. So you will get 38.7 plus 0. So this is called rectangular form. Okay, and convert into polar form like this. Under the R scale plus X scale, if you want to use, if you want to do manually, under root of R2 square plus J into X2 square. This is called under root of 38.7 whole square plus 29 whole square into at an angle of tan inverse of imaginary part by real part, 29 by 38.7. We will get the answer. Otherwise, by using calculators, convert rectangular form to polar. Okay, I'm already provided how to convert this rectangular to polar and polar to rectangular by video. I'm already provided. So watch that video. Okay, you can easily understand. Z1 is equal to, this is called impedance. Z1, yeah, this impedance considered as Z1. RC into J into XM by RC plus J into XM. Okay, so Z1 is equal to RC into J into XM by RC plus J into XM. So substitute here RC core loss component. Here RC is given and XM is also given. Okay, RC into J into XM divided by RC plus J into XM. Understood? Substitute and you will get this resultant. True for 245.14 at an angle of 11.3 ohms. Okay, so then Z2 is called, this is called Z2. Total impedance on secondary side. This is called total Z2. R2 plus J into X2. This total impedance is called R2 plus J into X2 plus ZL is called Z2. Consider you. That's why it says R2 plus J into X2. Here R2 plus J into X2 plus ZL dash. This is called the total impedance. Here to here, this is impedance is called R2 plus J into X2. Okay, R2 plus J into X2 plus ZL dash. Okay, so you know well R2 dash and X2 dash also known. R2 dash and X2 dash. And ZL referred to the primary side is also known. Okay, this is by converting secondary side impedance parameters, load side parameters to primary side and then add this. Okay, so like this. By converting this parameters to primary side and then add. So Z1, okay, R2 dash plus J into X2 dash plus ZL dash. You will get this results. And Z0 is called no load balance parameters. So this is called Z0. Primary this primary winding resistance parameters. This is called Z naught, 0.286 plus 0.73. So convert rectangular to polar form like this. And then what is the Z equivalent here? So what is the total Z equivalent? How to find the I1 here? So V1 divided by total Z equivalent. Na? So what is the Z equivalent here? These two are parallel. Na? Z1 and this called Z2. Assume this Z2 and this called Z1. Z1, Z2 by Z1 plus Z2. Na? So this branch and this branch parameters become parallel and this into series. So that's why total impedance is nothing but Z0 plus Z1, Z2. This is called Z2. Okay, by Z1 plus Z2. So like this. Z equivalent is equal to Z0 plus Z1 plus Z2 by Z1 plus Z2. Okay, Z1 parallel with Z2. This addition of this impedance, load impedance ZL and this called Z2. Na? So that's why Z1, Z2 divided by Z1 plus Z2. Z0 plus Z1 Z2 by Z1 plus Z2. So this is the total impedance. So Y means to convert to find the current I1. I1 is equal to V1 divided by Z equivalent. Okay. So I1 is equal to V1 divided by Z equivalent. So V1 is called primary side voltage 2300 by Z equivalent. So then we will get the current. Okay, in the rectangular form. Convert into polar form, you will get like this. And then what is the current according to the voltage division rule? So here current is equal to total current into opposite resistance by sum of the resistance. Na? Here current I0 is equal to total current is nothing but I1. This current into I0 is equal to I1 into this resistance by sum of these two resistance. Don't include this resistance because of the current is not dividing in Z0. So only in the current is I1 is dividing into I0 and I2 dash. So like that's why. So here I0 is equal to I1 into Z2 divided by Z1 plus Z2. Okay. Don't consider Z0 because of current is not dividing in Z0. Current is dividing in Z1 and Z2 only. In this branch only current is dividing. Z0 here current is not dividing. So here what is the current here? I1. Here also I1. The I1 is current is divided into I2 dash and I0 dash. Na? I0. Na? That's why I0 is equal to total current is this I0 no load current is equal I0 is equal total current into that called I1 into opposite resistor by sum of the resistance. Okay. So that's why so we'll get this. And then current substitute here and calculate by using calculator you will get this answer. 9.21 at an angle of minus 11.8. Okay, then I2 dash is equal to I1 minus I0. So what is this current? Okay, this current minus this entering current minus this leaving current is nothing but I2 dash. So substitute you will get I2 dash. So these are the preliminary calculations to find this different above. Okay, this questions. Secondary side voltage V2 dash is equal to I2 dash into ZL dash. So you know well I2 dash and ZL dash also. This converted into primary side. Okay. So I2 dash into ZL dash. Then we will get this type of answer. Similarly, V2. So A is called second V2 by V1. Okay. Transformation. V2 dash is equal to A times of V2. V2 dash is equal to A times of V2. So if you want V2, find the secondary side voltage V2 is equal to V2 dash by A. So from this relation, we will get V2 dash and then V2 dash by A. Okay, substitute and then we will get this call. This way you will get secondary side voltage. Understood? V2 dash is equal to, so this is the formula. V2 dash V2 is equal to V2 dash by A. V1 by V2 is equal to A now. Same way you are also V2 dash is equal to V2 by A. Okay. So this is called secondary voltage by using turns ratio. So here you are finding V2. Input power factor same way. Cosine of angle between voltage and current V1 and I1. Okay, so V1 primary side voltage 2300 at an angle of 0. No? That's why 0. Current I1 33.54. So I1 here 33.54. So negative. No? That's why. So we'll get 33. So we'll get 0.8335 lagging. Input power factor is 0.8335 lag. The power input is equal to V into I into cos pi. Substitute if you want to substitute directly here. Otherwise, so who want to calculate like this, also will get V1 is equal to 2300 and I1 is equal to 54.4 and cos pi is equal to 33. Here I1 is equal to 54.4. Na? Cos pi angle is nothing but 33. Cos minus theta is equal to cos theta. Same way. You will get positive only. So Vi cos pi. Okay, this called power output. Power output is equal to V2 dash. These are secondary side, load side parameters. power output is equal to V2 dash into I2 dash into cos V2 minus I2. So V2 dash. So you here from this relation, from this V2 dash. Okay. Substitute here and then you will get V2 dash equal to I2 dash and the cos of here V2 dash angle between voltage and current. Okay. So 0.95, 37.8. You will get like this. Power loss compare, power loss. Primary side I1 square into R1. Copper loss because of winding resistance. Copper loss because of winding resistance. That's why I1 square into R1. Primary side I1 square into R1. Secondary side I2 square into R2 dash. You know these parameters on secondary side. I2 dash square into R2 dash. Otherwise, I2 square into R2. Okay. So simplest way to find the secondary side copper loss, I2 square into I2 dash square into R2 dash. Because of, you know, this values. I2 dash you know, R2 dash is no. Otherwise, if we want to find I2 square into R2 also, we'll get the same secondary side copper loss. I2 square into R2, otherwise I2 dash square into R2 dash. Okay, in this way we'll get I1 54.4 square into R1 winding resistance. These are copper loss only. Copper loss takes place in winding. Understood? And then power loss, core loss. Core loss takes place in transformer core, that is called IC square into RC. Okay, that is this IC core loss current is nothing but no load current. That is called I0. I0 square into RC. Here core loss I0 square into RC. So I0 is nothing but 0.99.01 whole square into RC. So we'll get like this. Okay. The total losses is nothing but total input power. Sum of the total output power plus losses is nothing but input power. So only checking output power plus losses is called input power. Okay. This, input power is called 130, 103 point. Okay. And then 104. Output power plus copper loss plus core loss. So we'll get out losses plus output is called input. So in this way we'll get. Okay. So this is about second problem. And then, so same way, this is also a problem, but to refer to the secondary side, low voltage side. Okay. So parameters 2300 by 230 is a 50 edges transformer. So these are the different type of parameters. Okay. Secondary is connected to two loads, two parallel loads like this. So ZL1 and ZL2. Two parallel loads are connected like this, man. Okay. So parallel loads, what is the impedance, equivalent impedance? ZL1, ZL2 divided by ZL1 plus ZL2. Parallel impedance. Okay. So here, high voltage side rated voltage and across the secondary side low voltage side. So in this problem, draw the equivalent circuit, refer to the high voltage side. So how to draw the equivalent circuit, refer to the high voltage side. That is called primary side. Okay, A square into, so that parameters. Okay. So for example, R2 dash is equal to R2 by K square, otherwise A square into R2. Okay, in this way we will get to this type of relations, same as the previous problems. Okay, so this is the another problem. Okay. So this is the equivalent parameters of the transformer having turns ratio 5. It's called, that is called A is equal to 5 and R1 is equal to 0.5. Okay, and R2 is equal to 0.021, X1 is equal to 3.2, X2 is equal to 0.12, and RC is equal to 350 ohms, and XM is equal to 98. Okay, and draw the approximate equivalent circuit of the transformer referred to the primary and secondary. Refer to primary is nothing but R1 into A square into Z. So how to convert the secondary side parameters to primary side? By using turns ratio concept, that is called A square into R2. So what is the equivalent resistance primary side? R1 primary side resistance R1 plus A square into R2. Otherwise R2 by K square. Okay, R2 by K square, otherwise A square into R2. So 0.5 into, so A is called turns ratio, that is called 5 square into, so R2, that is 0.021. Substitute here, you will get R equivalent in primary. Similarly, X equivalent also, X1 plus A square into X2. Okay, these all secondary side parameters are converted into primary side. Okay, then how to convert second primary side parameters to secondary side? So by A square, otherwise into K square. Okay, R equivalent is equal to R1 into K square, otherwise R1 by K square plus R2. R2 is the secondary side as it is, but primary side is resistance transferred to secondary side, then it will be changes like this, R1 by A square. Okay, R equivalent is equal R2 plus R1 by A square, otherwise R1 into K square. Okay, so then A is called phi, na? So substitute here, you will get this called refer to the secondary side. Secondary side parameters as it is, no changes. Okay, so R2 is no changes. That's why R2, so here 0.021. Okay, so in this way, so the primary side parameters to convert into refer to primary side and refer to secondary side. So in this way, these parameters are converted. And then RC dash and XM dash also is converted into like secondary side is RC by A square or XM by A square. Dividing by turns ratio square, otherwise multiply by K square. RC into K square. Turns ratio. Transformation ratio is called K, turns ratio is called A. Here, A is called 5, K is called 1 by 5. That is the same result. You will get the same result. Okay. So that is the formula. Now using the, so this is the problem and the equivalent parameters of a 150 kVA. Okay. 150 kilovolt amperes, 150 kVA rating of the transformer. 2400 by 240 volts transformer. This is called primary side voltage and this is called secondary side voltage of transformer. And R1 is called primary winding resistance 0.2 ohms, R2 is called 2 milliohms, and X1 is equal to 0.45 okay ohms, and X2 is equal to 4.5 milliohms, RC is equal to 10 kilo ohms, and XM 1.55. Like this, these are the different type of parameters of transformer and equivalent circuit. Okay, the transformer is operated at rated load and rated voltage with 0.8 lagging power factor. Using the approximate equivalent circuit and refer to the primary side, determine voltage regulation, transformer power loss, and efficiency. Okay, so refer to the primary side. So how to convert the secondary side branch parameters to primary side means multiply by K A square, otherwise divide by K square. Then R equivalent is equal to R1 plus A square into R2. No? R equivalent is equal to R1 plus A square into R2. So R1 is 0.2 and A is called so 2400 by 240, that is called 10. So A square into 10 means 10 square into, so R2 is equal to how much? 2 milliohms, 2 into 10 to the power minus 3. Okay, that is equal to 0.4. So the similar way, X equivalent convert into primary side. Okay, and then the core loss component power is equal to I square R or V square divided by RC. Okay, power is equal to I square R or V square divided by RC. I not square into RC or otherwise V1 square divided by RC in this P power core loss in transformer. V1 square divided by RC na 2400 square primary side voltage. That is RC core loss component RC is equal to, so where is that 10 kilo ohm? Okay, so 10 kilo substitute you will get 5.76 watts. Okay, so copper loss at full load is equal to I2 square times of square term or equivalent. I2 square, I2 current at full load square into R. I square copper loss at full load, I square into R. So I2 square into R equivalent. So here, so SFL, S is equal to V into I. S is equal to V into I. Then I is equal to S divided by V. So S is called kVA rating of the transformer. S is called, this is called 150. S is called kVA rating of the transformer. So 150 divided by V2, secondary side voltage. How much here? It's 240. Otherwise, primary side refer to primary side. No? That's why V2 dash. This is called V2 dash. SFL by V2 dash whole square into R equivalent. 150 into 10 q divided by 2400 whole square into R equivalent 0.4. So that, like this, so full load copper loss, you will get like this. X is called load factor, that is called 1 because of stated at rated load. Okay, and power factor angle cos pi is called cos pi how much here? 0.8. So these are all under rated condition. That's why full load condition. That's why X is equal to load factor 1. Okay. So then voltage regulation at full load. That means X into S rated. That is called kVA rating of the transformer divided by V2 dash square. X and a fraction of load. So that means 1. Okay. So operated at full load. No? That's why it is. If you want, if for example, some of the problems is given 50% of the load, that means 0.5. Substitute here 0.5 or 25%, that means 0.25. Okay, so here given the full load, that's why 150 into 10 q divided by S is called kVA rating of the transformer. That's called 150. Okay, 150 into 10 cube. So 150 into 10 cube divided by 2400. So V2 dash is called refer to prime result. R equivalent cos pi plus x equivalent to sin pi. Here plus because of lagging power factor. Power factor is lagging, na? That's why positive. If it is a leading, here minus. R equivalent to cos pi minus x equivalent to sin pi. If it power factor is called negative. But here positive, na? That's why lagging because of that positive. So then you will get 2.24%. This is called voltage regulation. And then transformer power loss is that what? Core loss plus x square times of full load copper loss. Here full copper loss depending on load. Here load is operated full load. That's why x is equal to 1 and then 1 square. Okay. Copper loss, full load copper loss, you know well. And core loss also known. V1 square divided by RC. Copper loss is called full load I square into R2. Na? Okay. So substitute and you will get like this. So this full load copper loss, this value and this value. Substitute and you will get transformer power loss. So 22.1385 kilowatts. Na? And efficiency is nothing but output by input. Output is nothing but S into cos pi. Okay, into fraction of the load. S into. So VI cos pi. Na? S is nothing but V into I. Okay. VI cos pi. Output VI cos pi. So VI cos pi. Copper loss plus core loss plus copper loss. So X into S rated into cos pi divided by X into S rated into cos pi. KVA rating of the transformer 150. Okay. So that's why 150 into 10 cube. 150 into 10 cube. So into cos pi power 0.8 divided by 150 into 10 cube plus cos 0.8. Core loss component and X and 1. X means 1 year. Full load copper loss. Substitute, we'll get this efficiency like this. It's clear?